October 7th, 2009. I just got home from a business trip for a few days, and we're having wind gusts over 30 some miles an hour. In fact, I believe there's been some over 40 from the weather reports. This is the result. So we look at first at some of the tidal marsh giant amaranth hybrids. This one's not looking too good. You can see this one here, uprooted, tipped over. This one here, really not looking good. Split. Here's the hole down the center. This one at least stood up, but they're laying all over each other. This one runs across here into the garden. Uprooted. Tipped over. All the corn that was here, it's almost non-existent. There's one bent over. Now we're going down the back end of the garden. You can see corn laying everywhere. How much of this can be saved, I don't know. Now look at this amaranth. The actual leaves, the top of the plant was all blown off. There's no leaves, there's no seeds, nothing. Clean blown off the top of that plant. Just a few leaves. The entire top's just missing. That's incredible. My trellis here, 17-foot trellis, is rocking and rolling pretty good, but that's cemented 3 foot in the ground, and that falls is a big problem. There's some more corn, all laying over. Gonna have to assess this, find out what I can save. Here's some way up here. Blowing around pretty good right now. Unfortunately, the amaranth that was doing really well, I was hoping, hadn't really flowered yet. It is gone. Totally chopped off. It's laying right across here. The two that already flowered are okay. Not much left. A lot of stuff laying around. This has not been my year for wind, that I'll tell you. We'll see what happens next year. Look at this amaranth, bent over. Unfortunate. You know, this is the amaranth that I was really had hopes. Looked pretty good. It was probably over 20 some foot. Looked like it was gonna definitely grow a lot more. There was no flower, very little, just starting to bud, so it's a good sign. Surprisingly, the teosinte is all standing, because that really wasn't too tall. This used to all have corn in it, now it's all empty space now. Now we come over here. Miraculously, my tallest corn, I'm guessing this is probably, this corn way up here, it's probably between 23 and 24 feet. That's my guess. Not looking too good though. You can see it's been pretty ragged. The leaves blowed. It's blowing right now. Hopefully it'll keep standing. At least the top leaves are okay. Nothing broke off, but you can see it bending in the wind. Not looking good. And this corn all blew over here. Look at these. Blown over. All blown over. This amaranth got the top chopped right off. There it is laying across the ground here. Most important thing is these guys stand. I have a potato sack behind where the ropes are to make sure that it actually, the ropes don't break it, because that could happen. So it's tied to the gutter into a pole down there. Definitely not looking good. So now we're going to go over to the main part along the back here. This corn stalk here fell down. Wasn't very big, it was a small one. Hang alongside of this amaranth. That amaranth's pretty sturdy. This amaranth's tipped over pretty well. Now I had snapped that tall one over the gutter there was a tahua that had already snapped off in the last storm, the top of it, but it's still growing. My Uchima's starting to put a tassel on it. I'm guessing that's 22, 23 feet. My amaranth, another 22, probably approaching 23 feet right now. And to the right of his old Teal-Tux Pennell, that amazingly is making it through all this. Now there's a real tall corn right over there, all the way up there. Fortunately, I looked out the upstairs window before, and the tassel, at least half of it's broken off. It's probably split in half, so I don't know what that's going to end up doing. Not good though. And then luckily my Amaranthus hybridus, this red one here in the back that's still standing. Got a giant amaranth way up here. A lot of stuff all tipping over here. So the things I really wanted to keep seem to have survived. This amaranth's still growing, starting to put on flowers. Getting there, I don't know what's going to do. This is pretty much all in the shade. I was testing out, seeing how they grow in the shade. This one's probably around 20-some foot. That one's a little bit taller, probably 20, at least 21. Looks taller than it is because it's hanging away from the house. The Uchima's right up against the house, so gutter's about 20 foot, so it's definitely about 3 foot over, as well as those two. So at least the important things that I care about made it through the storm. So we're going to tie everything back up as best as we can, and hopefully stuff will make it, and this one here will keep growing, and we'll get 25, 26 feet or more out of it. Alright, thank you.